I wasn't supposed to be a missionary. I don't like going overseas. I like being in America, or I did. I had this firm belief growing up. My older sister is very into missions, loves to go overseas, has been doing it since she was knee-high to a grasshopper. And I had the belief that I was supposed to stay in America and make a lot of money and send her overseas. That was gonna be my missions, was to send my older sister. And I didn't take my first missions trip until I was a junior in college. And it was nothing exciting. I spent a whole summer over in Vietnam and doing what I expected missionaries to do.
You're still telling that story.
Doing what I expected missionaries to do. And came back home and people were like, was it life-changing? Was it everything you hoped it would be? And I was like, no. I want to be in America. I know what I want to do. I've known what I wanted to do. I was getting my degree in criminal justice. I was going to carry a gun and have a badge, and I was going to bust down doors and handcuff bad guys and throw them in jail, and it was going to be really, really awesome. And so I completed my degree, and I have my criminal justice diploma, and graduated, and a couple weeks after graduation, my sister said, hey, you know, we're leaving in about a week to go to Haiti on a missions trip. Do you want to come? Oh, by the way, it's $2,000 and you have to have that money to us tomorrow. And I was like, that's not going to happen. But that day, I had $2,000 put in my account randomly. And I was like, okay, maybe I should go. No big deal. Again, just another missions trip. I'd done it before. Not that big of a deal. No big life-changing experience. Put my money in, got on the plane, went down to Haiti. I was there for 10 days, and even while I was there, I didn't think it was like a whole life-changing experience. You know, I saw the kids, I saw the poverty, the mud huts, and the dirt cookies. I saw it all. And then it was that last day I was there. I was holding this little girl in my arms. I was handing out plates at the feeding center, and just expecting to get on the plane, get ready to leave. You know, the truck was pulling up, and they said, okay, you guys gotta hop in, and we're gonna go straight to the airport from here. And I turned around to put that little girl down, and I realized I had never imagined a day that I wouldn't come to the feeding center. I'd only been there 10 days, but it was where I was supposed to be. I hadn't gotten to that point in my brain that said, oh yeah, by the way, you're going back to America. And it just hadn't crossed my mind. And so as I put her down and I got in the truck and I drove off, I didn't know what to do with myself. And I got back to America, and I spent the next 3 months on my parents' couch because I was depressed, because I didn't want to be in America anymore. Suddenly, my patience for Americans was this much. And everything we did bothered me. Everything people said just rubbed me the wrong way. Everything I thought I had stood for just irked me. And I didn't know what to do. And I still continued in my mind saying, you know, I don't know where I'm supposed to be. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing, but I know that this isn't it. I'm upset with being here in America. I've got to do something. And so I prayed a lot, and I yelled at God a lot for making me stay in America. And finally, after 3 months on my parents' couch, I realized that I couldn't live in a box down by the river, and I didn't want to be a 40-year-old on my parents' couch, so I had to get up and do something. And so I went back to school, and I started my graduate degree, again in criminal justice, because that was still a passion of mine, and it's still to this day is very much a passion of mine. And I got my career in federal law enforcement, and I had a gun, and I had my credentials, and I got to bust people's doors down, and it was really awesome. And I wasn't happy with it. It was everything that I had wanted it to be, and it wasn't what I wanted it to be. It was everything I had imagined, the rush of doing what I had dreamed on doing since I could possibly remember. I have pictures of me dressing up as a cop, playing cops and robbers with people who didn't know that they were the bad guys. And suddenly, everything in life had lost its flavor. It was as if salt had been taken out of my entire world. And the only thing that I could remember that had any flavor was Haiti. And so I prayed and I begged. And it wasn't a calling of, hey, April, I want you to go to Haiti. It was me grabbing God by the throat saying, dear Jesus, let me go. I don't want to be here anymore. I love those kids. I love that place. I love those people. And I didn't know why. And I sent an email and I asked Emery if I could come down. I said, I just want to come down for a couple months. I just have to come back. And he said, okay, talk to Doreen. And I talked to Doreen and she said, you know, we kind of need somebody to stay for a whole year. And suddenly my 2-month trip got expanded to a year, and my thought of coming back to doing my criminal justice job no longer held any weight. And so I had to put in my papers and I said, I'm not going to be in criminal justice for this next year. I'm quitting and I'm going overseas, and nobody understood. And it was hard. But that very first day that I came back to Haiti, I walked out with Lala, and it was her first day back after a summer away. And we walked all over in Jubilee. We walked from the square to Jubilee, and let me tell you, Haiti's dusty and dirty. And I got covered in dust and dirt that day, and it was the most beautiful feeling walking behind her and seeing everybody love her so much and seeing her love them. And I thought to myself, I have to follow my rabbi. I have to be covered in his dust every day. This is what I have to do. And I don't know another life now. This is it. If God changes my heart and says, April, you have to go back to America, then he has to give me a huge desire to do so, because until that point, I'm going to be in Haiti. And I'm going to walk out in Jubilee, and I'm going to teach the kids, because that is where I see Jesus. That is where my heart and passion lies. I'm going to teach the kids, and I'm going to do everything I can for them to see them be better and to see them get out of the poverty they are in. And every day I'm going to follow my rabbi where he is going. And for me, he is going to Jubilee. And so I will follow him. And I will get covered in his dust, and I will be dirty at the end of the day, and the cold showers won't be enough, but it'll be enough for my heart. And it's going to be beautiful. And it is beautiful. And I thank you guys for being a part of it, because I couldn't do it without you. We couldn't do it without you. Your prayers, your support, your understanding is everything, so that when we come back and we say, this is what we're doing, that we don't feel like we're talking to brick walls, that people are out there and their eyes are compassionate and their hearts are open to what Jesus is doing in another part of the world. Because people can minister exactly where they're at. And God calls us to minister exactly where we're at, but I'm in Haiti. I don't have to be in America to minister where I'm at. And I'm excited about it. And I'm excited about you guys being a part of it. And I'm excited that I get to share with you all. I appreciate you, and I appreciate what God is doing through you. And most of all, I appreciate what he's doing in Jubilee and letting me be there. Because without it, my life would be flavorless. This is where I'm supposed to be right now. And I am more than willing to be covered in the dust of my rabbi.